The Evolution of the Connection of Humans to Nature, presented by Cecilia Askins for American Public University. Today, we live in a society, a world that is largely dominated by capitalism with ever-expanding industrial and technological development. This so-called human progress has not been kind to the natural world, and we are therefore left to ponder the question about the connection between humans and nature. What is not considered is that even though industrialization and capitalism have not been beneficial to nature, they are heavily reliant on the natural world and its abundant resources. So what is the human connection to Earth and the natural world? Are humans a part of nature or separate from nature? Were we once a part of nature and now no longer are? Are we a part of nature but have fallen under the illusion of being separate from nature? The answer to these questions isn't so clear and not definitive. In this presentation, we will look at the ethical theories to support a connection of humans to the rest of the planet, as well as how humans interact with nature to further support this theory, that despite our destructive habits towards nature, humans are a part of nature. There are many theoretical concepts when deciphering the human-nature connection. This presentation will cover the land ethic, deep ecology, and ecofeminism to help support the connection of humans to nature. The land ethic is a theoretical idea coined by Aldo Leopold, which views nature holistically, with humans being a part of and equal to nature. This theory does not put nature above humans or vice versa, but does allow all members of the biotic community to utilize the resources available and individual members, including humans. Animals and resources can be used or sacrificed for the good of the community and to keep all members healthy. This view allows an intrinsic and instrumental view of nature, with a combination of the two providing a relational value to all members of the natural world. This theoretical view would see humans as part of nature. Another theory that helps to substantiate that humans are a part of nature is deep ecology, coined by Arne Naess. Although many skeptics have viewed this theory as anti-human, this concept provides a relational view of nature where organisms, including humans, are considered to be knots in the net of the biosphere. This concept does not support an anti-human view, but a belief that to care for nature is to care for oneself because of the relationship to it. There's also the realization that beyond preservation of nature, there is the observation of the satisfaction received from identifying with the natural world and the realization of life quality from this partnership. This concept can also be related to biophilia, which will be discussed later. Where feminism is usually regarded as the movement to prevent the oppression of women, the ecofeminist theory recognizes that oppression and inferiorizing of women, marginalized groups, and even the natural world is all connected. It is therefore recognized that the exploitation of nature by humans has been manifested from the oppression of women and those regarded as inferior, as nature is often regarded as feminine and inferior. This human chauvinism or anthropocentrism views the world very dualistically, or in polar opposite terms, such as male versus female, reason versus emotion, active versus passive, mind versus body, white versus colored, civilized versus primitive, and human versus animal, to name a few. This polarized thinking has led to what is associated with male as being superior and created a domination from those attributes that are believed to exist on the superior side through a moral entitlement. This feminist movement has assisted in paving the way for linking environmental issues with other social problems, including exploitation and discrimination. Land ethic, deep ecology, and feminism all support the following real-world observations of the human-nature connection. Humans evolved from nature, and our composition is similar to Earth and oceans. Humans need the natural world to survive, and humans love and revere nature despite the current ecological crisis we face due to habitat degradation and resource consumption. The first factor to consider is where humans come from. Scientists have proven that humans have evolved from animals and from the Earth itself. Using paleontological records, scientists have been able to map out the evolution of humans from primates approximately 3 to 4 million years ago. Humans, like primates, are mammals, very similar in physical attributes to other mammals, such as milk production and growth of hair. A biological continuity also exists that proves taxonomically that humans are a part of the primate order. As part of human evolution, humans have evolved to think beyond survival, coining us as rational beings by Aristotle, unlike non-human animals. This enlightenment led us to ponder philosophical questions such as the meaning of life, religious beliefs that were first used to define the natural spiritual connection, and then later transformed into humans being separate from nature and connecting us to something beyond space and time, gods or God. This led to the more polarized thinking and creation of superior versus inferior, as mentioned above in the ecofeminist theory. Indigenous cultures today still practice the earliest forms of religion, totemism, shamanism, animism, with these religions still holding a sacred connection to nature or their local ecologies. It is believed that these naturalistic religions formed as a way to explain the Earth's natural phenomenon and assign deities to such phenomenon. These cultures have never lost their connection to Earth and practice the principles outlined in the land ethic and deep ecology theories. Humans need nature and the resources it provides for clothing, shelter, medicine, and many other necessities. Through the Industrial Revolution, we have also quickly developed technology which has not only allowed for our necessities to be met, but has created a much more comfortable quality of life. It is through these comforts that we have begun to separate ourselves from the natural world, as well as creating a feeling of domination and superiority, and the attributes that led to the ecofeminist movement. Where there may come a time where humans and the technology we have created will diminish the need for a planet, as is evident from our ability to live in space temporarily, we may eventually separate ourselves from nature completely. Thankfully, environmental philosophers have paved the way through theories such as the land ethic, deep ecology, and feminism, and we have begun to reconsider the health and well-being of the other beings on this planet, as well as recognize our deep connection to and need for the numerous habitats to be healthy and complete. Biodiversity is a huge factor in the health and well-being of the planet and all of its inhabitants, including humans. Humans are heavily dependent on the planet's biodiversity for survival. The decline of biodiversity is causing infectious disease, malnutrition, and non-communicable diseases. A healthy biodiversity is crucial for pollination, natural pest management of ecosystems, as well as nutrient-dense soil for crop and plant production. Humans rely on rich biodiversity to produce pharmaceuticals and natural medicines, with potential for more being lost to deforestation and habitat destruction, which is destroying biodiversity. Healthy ecosystems rich in biodiversity also help to keep water clean by regulating sediments and contamination. Humans are also realizing that we are developing allergies as a result of less microbial exposure. Nature makes people healthy, and not just because of nourishment from food or medicine or shelter reducing exposure. There is more to it. Human health has been defined by the World Health Organization as physical health, but also social and mental well-being, and is more holistic than just the absence of disease. Research over the past 30 years has also found that human engagement with nature has the ability to regulate a human's diurnal body rhythms, promoting more physical vitality comparable to physical exercise or exertion. Natural environments like forests have even shown to reduce blood pressure, and sunlight exposure can be related to improvements in neurological function as well as circadian rhythms. From a social perspective, the effects of green spaces in urban environments have been studied recently, and the results show an increase in social activities and more developed communities, which can also contribute to well-being and health. The land ethic and deep ecology are the greatest theoretical representations of not only our need for resources from the natural world, but the realization of an obligation to do so sustainably and to protect our own health and well-being. Humans love and revere nature. Although many of the world religions that still exist today have created feelings that humans are separate from and superior to nature, as well as our domination of nature through technology and industry, humans keep animals as pets, create and visit zoos, and long to engage with nature through gardening, hiking, surfing, skiing, birdwatching, and countless other activities. Humans also have a preference for natural elements in their scenery, from homes and offices and on vacations. It is through these activities that humans are able to tap into their connection to Earth and the natural world, and for a moment come together socially to forget about the constructs of human superiority outlined in the above theories. One hypothesis supporting the idea of humans' love for the natural world is biophilia hypothesis, which states that humans have a connection or attachment to nature beyond need, i.e. bonding with organisms. This can include a longing for natural environments as well as feelings of moral obligation to protect it. One study of children from various urban and natural environments found that they both exhibited moral relationship and ideas regarding nature. Another study was conducted by scientists to study the heart rate of individuals when exposed to either a window versus a wall or a wall versus a plasma screen with a natural scene. This study determined that the heart rate decreased rapidly when exposed to the window, but did not have any effect when exposed to the wall or plasma screen with a natural setting. These studies support the idea that nature has a measurable physiological effect on humans. It has been found to reduce stress and assist in concentration, which is possibly why we send flowers and plants to people in the hospital. Urban environments are typically found to have natural parks and wildlife reserves for humans to connect, as well as about 1/3 of the American population gardened at home in 2009. Approximately 15 to 20% of food produced in the world is done so by urban and peri-urban farmers and gardeners within cities. The Netherlands has recently developed a program called Care Farms, consisting of 1,000 farms that assist people with mental illness as well as people who have been rejected from schools and substance addicts. The results are that a significantly fewer number of these people require social services help after the program. Similar to our need for nature, this need and longing to connect with nature and the measured health effects of doing so is represented in theories outlined in the deep ecology movement. Where we have slowly been evolving to disconnect from nature, or at least created an illusion of such, a new movement among scientists, environmentalists, and philosophers has occurred to redefine our connection with the planet and its numerous habitats and non-human inhabitants. People are going off the grid and striving to live sustainably with nature. This supports the connection humans have to nature and our longing to preserve it and be a part of it. This question is vital in addressing the ecological disasters that we face today, such as pollution, species extinction, climate change, and natural resource depletion, to name a few. And as we begin to see that there are limits to the resources Earth can provide us, reconnecting with the Earth and recognizing the limitations will assist humans in striving to live sustainably with nature. We have already proven our ability to dominate nature through the advent of technology. It is now time for us to utilize this technology to reconnect with our natural world and share its abundance with all. The following are the resources and references used to create this presentation. Thank you for your time.